Okay guys, so let's have lesson 2, properties of complex numbers. So ito ay additional lang doon sa nakaraan. So nakaraan, standard form, or doon from lesson 1, standard form, yung real part, imaginary part, yung definition of equal complex number. So similar lang na ito dito, nag-iiba lang ng form. Okay, so let's have yung topic 1 o yung una, rectangular coordinate form of a complex number z. Okay, let z is equal to a plus bi. So, yan yung standard form. So, again, standard form yan. Iniba ko lang ng letter. Although, parehas ang standard form. Then, the RCF or the rectangular coordinate form of z is defined as z is equal to a, comma b. Where real part of z is equal to a. Okay, sorry, nakalimutan ko ilagay. That is real part of a. And imaginary part of z is equal to b. So, kung napapansin nyo, yung SF o yung ating standard form na z is equal to a plus bi, may corresponding RCF. So, napakasimple ng RCF niya. Z is equal to a, comma, b. So, ano nangyari? Yung first coordinate is yung real part. Yung second coordinate is yung imaginary part. Pagdating dito. Okay, so again, huwag nyo kalimutan isama yung symbol natin dyan. So, yan yung first conversion. So, for example, from SF to RCF, pwede mong gawin. For RCF to SF, kaya mong gawin yan. Okay, so remark, let's have the following remark. So, ito, based from definition nakaraan, number 1, let Z is equal to W, if and only if A is equal to C, and B is equal to D. Ito yung definition of equal complex number. So, in terms lang to ng RCF. Then, number 2, if A, yung A is equal to A, 0, is called pure real number. So, for example, dito sa part na yan, yung z ko is equal to 2. In standard form, ayan siya. Pag ginawa kong RCF, ito yung equivalent form. Z is equal to 2, 0. Okay, ayan yung gagawin pag real. Pure real number siya. So, next is 3, yung BI. Okay, BI is equal to 0, B. Okay, so that is called pure imaginary. Okay, so ito naman yung, for example, W is equal to 2i. So that is simply is equal to W is equal to 0, 2. Ito naman, naka-attach pa yung i. Okay, so again, naka-attach pa yung i dyan. So, lagay ko lang dito, ano yung real part ng z? Yung real part ng z natin dyan is yung first coordinate, which is 2. Yung imaginary part niya, ng z is equal to 0 kasi ando dun yun. Next, yung real part ng w is equal to 0 and yung imaginary part ng w natin ay equal lang sa 2. Sorry, that is w. Okay, so tandaan yung bagay na yan. Ha? So that is yung 3 bi. Then last is yung i. So kung yung i natin dati is square root of negative 1, dito naman yung i natin pag in terms of rectangular coordinate form, that is 0, 1. So, huwag kakalimutan yung bagay na yan. Okay guys. So, example pa tayo. Konti. So, parang convert lang natin. So, for example, z is equal to 7 minus 2i. Okay. So, gawin natin siyang RCF. Yung RCF niya, okay, yung RCF niya is equal to z is equal to 7, negative 2. Okay, hindi ko pwede sabihin abscissa sa coordinate yan. So, first coordinate and second coordinate. Okay, so, yan yung isa. So, ano yung real part? So, real part of z is equal to 7. Imaginary part of z is equal to negative 2. Okay, so, again, pwedeng from RCF papunta sa SF. Okay, so tandaan yung mga bagay na yan. So, dito, dagdag lang ako for number 5. So, number 5 remark, ito yung z-plane. O yung complex plane. Okay, so, ito yung kanya itsura. Okay, so, ito yung real part. O yung real line. Okay, ito yung imaginary line. Okay, so for example, nagplot ako ng 7, negative 2 or for example, 2, 1. So that's 1, 2, this. So ito yun. So ito yung z is equal to 2, 1. Or in standard form, that is 2 plus I. Okay, so kung gusto mo i-plot yung standard form sa z-plane, gawin mo siyang rectangular coordinate form, at least mapaplot mo siya agad. Okay, so yan yung number 5, remark number 5, yung z-plane. Importante yan. So kung napapansin mo, the z-plane, possible yan magkaroon ng angle, magkakaroon din ng magnitude. So later on, yun yung i-discuss natin. So sa mga susunod na topic natin. Okay, so proceed na tayo sa next. So again so from standard form, pwede ko siyang gawing rectangular coordinate form. So vice versa, pwede mong from rectangular coordinate form gawin mong standard form. Okay, so next is the standard rectangular coordinate form of z. So actually wala naman talagang ganitong form, ako lang yung nagbigay kasi nga itsura niya standard form, pero yung kada number niya nagiging rectangular, naka-rectangular coordinate form. So kada component niya naka-rectangular coordinate form. So ito yan. So the SRCF of z is defined by z is equal to a, 0. So rewrite ko lang. That is z is equal to a, ayun yung a part. Okay, and then plus b, 0. Sir, 0, b yun eh. Yung b, 0, ito yung b. Okay, then yung 0, 1, ayun yung I. So kaya nga sinabi ko standard rectangular coordinate form kasi naka-standard siya in nature pero rectangular coordinate form yung kada values. Okay, so ngayon ilan na form natin? 3. So si standard rectangular coordinate form, mapapansin mo wala akong dinefine na property, walang operation dyan. So kasi parang ang complicated tignan. So ang usual na meron yung addition, yung itong SF saka rectangular coordinate form. So dito ang gagawin ko lang, convert lang natin. For example, nagbigay ako dito ng mga SF. Okay, standard form. So for example, una, z is equal to 2 plus 5i, w is equal to negative 2i, then u is equal to 4. Okay, so gawin natin RCF. So ano yung RCF niya? RCF nung una is 2, 5. Okay, next RCF ng pangalawa, obviously that is 0, negative 2. Lastly, for u, that is 4, 0. So hoping nasundan nyo yan kasi ang gagawin na kino-convert lang naman. So bakit naging 0, negative 2? Wala kasing real part, or 0 yung real part. Bakit naging 4, 0? Wala namang imaginary part. Okay, so sa SRCF, ano yung tsura niyan? That is 2, 5. So mag-i-start ka lang sa 2. That is 2, 0. Okay, then plus 5, 0 times 0, 1. Okay, yan yung SRCF niya. Next, dito is 0, 0 plus negative 2, 0 times 0, 1. Okay, next this is 4, 0 plus 0, 0 times 0, 1. Again, huwag kalimutan, hindi porket 4, 0, hindi ka na maglalagay nung imaginary part. Lagay mo pa rin 0, 0 times 0, 1. So, understood yan. So, tandaan yan na. So, sa conversion, or so pag sa exam, may kita nyo, naka-blanco yan. It's either given yung RCF, convert mo sa ibang form. So, later on, sa mga susunod na videos, dadagdagan ko yan. Exponential form, trigonometric, polar form. So, may logarithmic form pa yan. So, madami talaga siya. Okay, so next tayo, let's have the operations. So, yung operations na to is regarding pa rin dito sa ating rectangular coordinate form, hindi sa SRCF. So, related pa rin siya dyan. So, let z is equal to a, b, and w is equal to c, d. So, ito yung a plus bi in terms of standard form, c plus di in terms of standard form. Then, una, z plus w is equal to a plus c, b plus d. Okay, so paano nag-arrive yan? So, alalahanin nyo lang na so from standard form, c plus w is equal to a plus c plus I times b plus d. Okay, note that ito yung real part, ito yung imaginary part. So pag ginawa ko siyang RCF, so anong nangyari dyan? That is a plus c, b plus d. Okay, so ganun nangyari. So likewise, ito rin nangyari dito. Z minus W, that is A minus C. Okay, then plus I, then B minus D. So in RCF, that is A minus C, then comma B minus D. Okay, also for multiplication, yung Z times W, that is equals sa AC minus BD. Okay, plus I times AD plus BC. So in RCF, this is AC minus BD. Ito yung first coordinate. Then AD plus BC. Okay, so huwag kalimutan yung formula yan. So para mapadali, ito yung real part, ito yung imaginary part. Yung first coordinate, then yung second coordinate. So hindi na ako magbibigay ng example na kasi ganoon na din makadali yan, mag-add ka. Okay, so siguro magbigay ako okay lang kahit ano na lang, simplihan na natin. Ayoko na kasi masyadong habaan pa dito sa topic na to. So Z is equal to 2, 3 and W is equal to 3, 3. Okay, so check natin, hanapin natin at Z plus W, Z minus W. So una, what is Z plus W? Okay, Z plus W, add lang natin yung first coordinate, so that is 2 plus 3. Okay, then comma 3 plus 3. So therefore, this is equal sa 5, 6. Doon na nakasimple. Next, Z minus W. Okay, so that is equal sa 2 minus 3, 3 minus 3. And that is equal sa negative 1, 0. Okay, so lastly, yung product o yung multiplication, Z times W, that is equal sa, ang sabi, that is AC minus BD. So, AC minus BD, so that is 2 times 3 minus BD, that is 3 times 3, comma, AD plus BC, so that is AD plus BC, that is 2 times 3 plus 3 times 3. Okay, tama ba? AD 2 times 3 plus BD, that is 3 times 3. Okay, so this is equal sa 2 times 3 is 6 minus 9 is negative 3, comma 6 plus 9, that is 15. Okay, so therefore ito yung kanyang product. Okay, so proceed tayo sa mga further properties pa ng ating complex number in rectangular coordinate form. Okay guys, so let's have further properties of complex number in rectangular coordinate form. So magde-derive tayo ng mga properties na using rectangular coordinate form. So let Z is equal to A, B, W, C, D, and U, E, F. We have the following properties. Number 1, commutativity. So Z plus W is equal to W plus C. Okay, so tama naman yun. Next is Z times W is equal to W times Z. Okay, so commutative yan. Commutative yung addition, commutative yung multiplication. Next is associativity. Z plus W plus U is equal to the quantity of Z plus W plus U. And also, C times W times U is equal to Z times W, yung quantity times U. Okay, then distributivity, ayun lang din siya. So, left and right distributivity, ayun yun. Then the identity. So, the identity element, pag addition, is 0 or 0, 0 in terms of RCF. Then the identity element, pag multiplication, is 1, 0. Okay, or 1 pag standard form. Okay, so show ko sa inyo yung number 1, yung Z plus W is equal to W plus C. So ito yung proof. Okay, so lagyan ka na lang din ng ito ng number. This is 1, this is 2. So proof ng 1.1. Okay, so para masunod natin. So mag-start tayo sa Z plus W. Okay, so and that is equal sa, that is A, B, plus C, D. Okay, next, by definition of operation of two complex number in RCF, so this is equal sa A plus C, B plus D. Okay, next, alam natin na yung addition is commutative. yung A plus C, commutative yan. So, pwedeng C plus A yan. So, this is equal sa C plus A. Also, ganun din sa B plus D. That is D plus B. Okay. Next, kanina nagawa nating pag-combinein yung A plus A, B sa C, D, naging A plus C, B plus D. Ngayon yung C plus A, kaya ko rin siya paghiwalayin. So, that is equal to, okay, so sorry, that is equal to C, D, okay, then plus A, B. So, meaning, pag pinag-add ko yun, ayun yung result. So, ang ginawa ko lang, pinaghiwalay ko lang siya sa part na yan. So, therefore, this is equal sa W plus Z. And this is done. Okay? So, yun yung proof ng 1.2. So, another, pakita natin na yung identity element is 0. Identity element pag multiplication is 1, 0. Okay? So, try natin. So, hindi ka na ipoprove. So, we have Z plus 0 is equal to Z. So, kailangan natin mapakita na yung identity element ay 0, 0. So, this is equal sa, okay, so this is equal sa C, A, B plus 0 is equal to A, B. Okay, next, that is 0 is equal to A, B minus A, B. Okay, then that is equal to 0 is equal to A minus A, then B minus B. Okay, since subtraction tayo. Then lastly, that is 0 is equal to 0, 0. So therefore, tama yung nakalagay doon. Okay, so next thing, kunin natin yung isa, yung 1, para na maging 1, 0 yun. So we have multiplication, that is Z multiplied by 1 is equal to Z. Okay, so paano natin gagawin yan? Mag-a-assume muna ako ng value ng 1 kasi hindi ko muna isi-show na 1, 0 siya. So let ko lang muna. Okay, so let muna na 1 is equal to X, Y. Okay, so para malaman natin ko talagang 1, 0 yung sagot. So, Z is A, B. This is A, B multiplied by X, Y is equal to A, B. Okay, next sundin natin yung process ng multiplication pag in RCF. So, that is first coordinate, product ng first coordinate, that is AX. Okay, minus product ng second coordinate, that is BY. Okay, outer, then inner. So, that is AY plus BX. So, equal to sa A, B. Okay, so by definition of equal complex number, so, equal daw si AX minus BY kay A dun sa part na yun. Okay, another, si AY plus BX equal daw kay B. Okay, so derive lang natin dyan yung value ng X and Y kasi ang hinahanap naman talaga natin value X and Y. So, ano ba value ng X and Y in terms of that? So, dito, mula dito, kukunin ko lang yung value ng X. This is AX is equal to A plus BY. Okay, so therefore, X dito is equal to A plus BY over A. Okay, so sa substitute ko yan dun sa kabilang part. So this is AY plus B multiplied by, okay, that is A plus BY over A equals B. Okay, then multiply the whole equation by A, then simplify further. That is A squared Y plus B times A plus BY is equal to AB. Okay, so ginawa ko, multiply ko both sides by A. Next is simplify pa natin konti. So this is equal sa A squared Y plus AB na lang or BA plus b squared equals AB. Okay, so ang obvious ito cancel. Okay, so since ang hinahanap natin is value ng y, pa-factor out natin dyan yung value ng y. So that is y times a squared plus b squared is equal to 0. Okay, so divide both sides by a squared plus b squared. So therefore, y is equal to 0. Okay, so palit natin dito. So x is equal to a plus b times 0 all over a. Okay, so obviously this is equal to x, that is a over a, kasi b times 0 is 0. Therefore, this is equal to 1. So therefore, ang value ng 1 is equal to x comma y. This is equal sa 1 comma 0, which is, ayun nga, yung ating identity element na 1 comma 0. Okay, so ganyan yan. So pag pinaprove ko sa inyo iba dyan, ang diskarte nyo, RCF muna, gamitin yung mga properties, then hanapin yung values. Okay, so punta naman tayo sa may inverse. Okay, so sa inverse naman, ang inverse daw pag addition is negative z, or ayun, yung negative a comma b. Next, ang inverse naman pag multiplication is ito. So yan yung gagawin natin mamaya. So isosolve natin yan. So for the meantime, solve muna natin yung negative z, kung tama ba yung pagkakalabas ng sagutan niya. So consider ulit natin. Okay, so consider natin si z. Again, diniderive ko lang, hindi ko pinuprove. Negative z is equal to 0. Okay, so alam na natin 0, that is 0, 0. So hindi natin alam yung value ng negative z. Okay, so z is a, b plus negative z pa rin. Okay, so hindi ko siya pinapalitan. This is equal sa 0, 0. Okay, then this is equal sa negative z. Okay, equals 0, 0 minus a, b. Okay, so therefore, negative z is equal to negative of a, b. Or in simplified term pa, that is negative a, negative b. So, dito, pag gusto mo kunin yung inverse, i-negative mo lang yung first coordinate sa second coordinate, ayun yung kanyang inverse. So, for example, yung z ko is equal to 1, 2. So, pinapahanap ko yung additive inverse. So, ano yung additive inverse ng z? So, yung additive inverse ng z is z raised to negative 1, or simply negative z is equal to negative 1, negative 2. Ganun lang kasimple. Ayun kasi yung sinasabi nung formula. So, another example, si w is negative 3, 0. So, pag pinahanap ko yung additive inverse niya, that is equal lang sa yung additive inverse niya, o yung negative w niya is equal sa positive 3, 0. Okay, so tandaan, ganyan gamitin yung formula. So, next natin is show natin na yung z inverse is ito yung formula para madali. Okay guys, so proceed tayo sa next na tanong. So, sabi, z asterisk z inverse is equal to 1, or z times z. So, sorry, that is z multiplied by z inverse is equal to 1. Okay, so kailangan natin i-derive yung z inverse. So, may formula kasi kanina akong binigay eh. So, nakalagay doon. So, gusto ko derive na lang natin. So, dito, mag-let muna ako. Okay, let z inverse is equal to x, y. Okay, since may value tayo ng z sa kanong 1. So, simple natin, that is a, b multiplied by x, y equals 1, 0. Okay, then by product ng dalawang complex number using RCF. So, first coordinate is equal to product ng first coordinate, that is ax, minus product ng second coordinate, comma, product ng outer, that is ay, plus product ng inner. Okay, equal to sa 1, 0. Okay, so ang goal natin, hanapin natin yung value ng x and y. Okay, so again, ang goal natin, hanapin natin yung value ng x and y. Okay, so by definition ulit that equal complex number, so that is ax minus by, which is equal to 1. So let me call this equation 1. Next, si ay plus bx is equal to 0. Let me call this equation number 2. Okay, so from 2, para mas mabilis, so from here, we have ay is equal to negative bx. Okay, so solve na natin in terms of y. So that is y, in terms of x, that is y is equal to negative b over a times x. Okay, so itong part na to, isa-substitute natin to sa equation 1. So sa equation 1, that is ax, okay, minus by, y is negative b over a times x. Okay, this is equal to 1. Okay, so next, simplify natin. Multiply the whole equation by a, then simplify natin further. That is a squared x minus, or negative b times negative b is positive b squared. Okay, then x equals a. Okay, so ang goal natin, hanapin natin ang value ng x. Okay, so factor out x, so that x times a squared plus b squared is equal to a. So therefore, the value of x is equal to a over a squared plus b squared. So ito yung value ng first coordinate natin. Okay, so kailangan natin hanapin yung value ng second coordinate. So sa second coordinate, that is y, gamitin natin to kanina. That is y is equal to negative b over a multiplied by a over a squared plus b squared. Okay, then next done is cancel to. Okay, so therefore y is equal to negative b over a squared plus b squared. Okay, so ano yung z inverse? Z inverse, ang formula na is equal to a over a squared plus b squared, comma, negative b over a squared plus b squared. Okay, so kung gusto mong hanapin yung multiplicative inverse, yun yung gagamitin. So, for example, yung z ko is equal to 3, 1. Hanapin ko yung multiplicative inverse niya using yung formula. So, ang multiplicative inverse niya, okay, so ang multiplicative inverse niya is equal lang sa, that is a. So, sulat ko lang si 3 over 3 squared plus 1 squared. Kasi a squared plus b squared. Then, this is negative 1 kasi negative yun. Over 3 squared plus 1 squared. Okay, so therefore, ang sagot dito is 3 over 10, negative 1 over 10. So, ito yung kanyang multiplicative inverse. So, kung gusto mo i-try, multiply mo to dito, ang sagot dyan, 1 or 1, 0. Okay, so yan yung formula. So, tandaan, ito yung formula para mahanap yung multiplicative inverse. So, tandaan yan sa mga exam. Okay, so proceed tayo sa number 6. Ang sabi ng number 6, z plus w over u. So, anong pwedeng gawin? Pwede mo lang hatiin. Okay, so pwede maghiwalay provided na yung u is non-zero complex number. Okay, so number 7, yung 1 over z is equal to z inverse. Okay, so dito kasi wala pa akong tinuturong division, or kung aware ka dun sa conjugation ng complex number, baka yun kasi yung gawin mo pag nag-divide ka dito. So for the meantime, may formula muna tayo dyan. So again, 1 over z is equal only sa z inverse. So meaning, yung formula lang na yun. Okay, so next is subtraction, yung z minus w. So napansin mo, hindi ko yun nilagay kanina. So ayan lang yung formula. Okay, so paano ba nangyari yung z plus w? That is only equal sa ganito. Z minus w is equal sa z plus negative w. Okay, ganyan nangyari yan. So z is equal to a, b. Then this is plus yung negative w, that's yung c, d. So kung naalala nyo, yung w lahat, yung dineclare ko na z, d. So yung negative w na yung additive inverse niya is equal to, that is equal to negative c, negative d. Then by property of addition, that is a minus C, comma B minus D. So, kaya dito nag-arrive. Okay, so ganyan na naman nag-arrive yung formula. Okay, so next is the division. So, paano pa mag-divide ka ng dalawang complex number? So, sabi nga, Z over W, pwede mo na lang gawin mo multiplication. So, ang gagawin mo, yung nasa ilalim mo, yung denominator, gawin mong W inverse. So, hanapin mo yung inverse o yung multiplicative inverse nung denominator. Okay, then multiply mo sa Z. Ganun lang kasimple. Okay, so, again, pag magdi-divide ka ng dalawang complex number, ang gawin mo na lang, hanapin mo yung multiplicative inverse na isa, saka mo yung multiply doon afterwards. Okay, so for example, para magawa na rin natin, so for example, let Z is equal to 2 plus I, and W is equal to 3 minus I. Okay, so una kong gagawin, syempre, gagawin kong RCF yan. Okay, para masusupport, that is 2, 1, this is 3, negative 1. Okay, so ang sabi, so this is equals to Z over W. Yan yung hahanapin natin. So, ang goal daw, ang sabi ng formula, ang gawin mo daw, that is Z multiplied by W inverse. Okay, so hahanapin ko yung multiplicative inverse ni 3, negative 1. So, bago tayo mag-proceed sa multiplication na yan, or gusto mo, sabay na natin sa pag-solve. So, for example, yung Z natin is equal to 2, 1, then multiplied by, ano yung W inverse? Diba 3, negative 1? So, ang sabi, A. So, ang sabi sa multiplication, that is, yung A o yung 3, okay, over 3 squared plus negative 1 squared. Okay, then that is negative of negative 1, kasi negative yun. Okay, all over 3 squared plus negative 1 squared. Okay, and that is equal sa 2, 1, okay, multiplied by 3 over, that is 10, positive 1 over 10. Okay, next is i-multiply natin yan. So, ano nga sabi ng formula ng product? So, that is first coordinate. So, that is 2 times 3 over 10 minus product ng second coordinate. That is 1 times 1 over 10. So, in outer and inner. So, that is 2 times 1 over 10 plus inner. That is 1 times 3 over 10. Okay, tandaan na. First minus outer. First minus second. Outer plus inner. So, ganun yung product. So, this is equal sa magiging 5 yung ilalim. So, this is 3 over 5 minus 1 over 10, so, kung naka-simplify, this is 2 over 10 plus 3 over 10. Okay, so kanina dito 6 over 10. Okay, so that is 6 over 10, that is 5 over 10. That is equal sa 5 over 10, 5 over 10. Okay, so kung si-simplify pala natin further, okay, so that is equal sa, pag sinimplify, that is 1 half, 1 half. Okay, so meaning, pag nag-divide tayo ng complex number ng sagot, ang sagot doon is, ang sagot sa Z over W na 2 plus I over 3 minus I is equal sa 1 half plus 1 half I. Okay, ayun yung sagot daw. Pero ito na lang muna yung sagot kasi nga RCF naman yung ginagamit natin. Okay lang naman yun. Okay, so ayun lang naman yung topic natin for today. So next meeting, lagyan ko na siya ng vector, lagyan ko na ng modulus, lagyan ko ng magnitude. So at least para mapakilala ko na si polar form, sa exponential form, saka si trigonometric form. Okay, so wait na lang sa mga susunod ko announcement. Thank you.